Okay, we are here for Team Talk Tuesday on Tuesday, February the 8th. Um, this just in, these three friends of mine, well, they might not be my friends anymore. They might be really mad at me. I just sprung on them minutes ago that they're going to be joining me in a bit of an expert panel tonight. We are still talking about recruiting because our new Brick by Brick incentive is all about recruiting and getting just one new teammate recruited and certified by the end of March 2022. Last week, we talked all about how recruiting doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be a huge lifelong commitment, and that it just doesn't need to be a big stressful thing. We talked about just being like a friendly human and having conversations with people. And we talked about the law of averages and how having one join conversation a day, every day in February for 28 days, would likely lead to at least one, if not two or even three new teammates. So tonight, we are going to continue the conversation about recruiting and recruiting conversations and how you decide who you're going to ask. Earlier today, I was chatting with Melinda. One moment. Okay, you should be able to start your video. Thank you. I was chatting with Melinda today and I asked her, I said, you have been on fire lately. She got 3 new recruits in the month of January. 3 in a month is huge. And I asked her, what have you been doing? Or did you do anything different? What have you been doing? What was your answer? If you remember, you can look it up. I could tell you. Oh, I have it shut off, so you can't unmute yourself. Hold
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay. Go ahead.
So I have not done anything differently that I didn't do almost 7 years ago. So I'm still doing the exact same thing. I've never changed anything except for the fact that now I literally ask everyone. So like I will just be having a random conversation with someone. We may be talking about them going to work, or I might be out shopping and they're, we just start idle chit chat. And then somehow I always manage to bring up my business. I work it in always. Like I honestly blow my mind half the time because I don't realize that I'm talking about my business, and I'm like, I didn't intend on doing it, but all of a sudden it just turned out that way. And I'm like out shopping with my grandson. I'm out doing things in the middle of the day, but I'm still working. And they're like, oh, really? How do you do that? And then I just start talking about the opportunity and how they can do exactly what I'm doing. Go to the park and play, have a nap in the middle of the day, just do anything you want and still be able to work. So yeah, that's the only thing I've done differently is now I literally ask everybody and anybody, people I don't even know. So that's, yeah, everything else is the exact same. I've always, I literally started off my business with a team member. I didn't have any sales. I started with a team member and I just kept going from there. I didn't know this person either, which is another strange thing. The very first person that joined my team, I didn't know them. I had just posted on a Facebook group about selling Scentsy. I was just trying to get sales. And I just started talking to her and I said, yeah, I just started, but it's I kind of exaggerated, of course, because I had no idea what I was doing. But I'm talking to her like I've been doing this my entire life. I've had never done direct sales, and somehow I convinced her that I was great at what I was doing and she should do it too. So yeah, so I've literally have not done anything differently in the time that I've been doing this, except asking more people.
Yeah. Thank you. So the first thing that stood out to me was there's no way that you can have a grandson.
Yeah.
And
It's true.
the next was that what you're doing is exactly what we talked about last week, is you're just having conversations like a human, like a friendly human. It's normal, it's chill. You're being personable and relatable. And like, I've been watching you work your business since you joined, and it's true, you've been a hard worker and you've been consistent all along. Like you said, the only difference is now you're asking everyone. Can you, and I know I'm putting you on the spot and you're not prepared for this, so you can pass if you want, but can you identify some like thought that you heard, some quote, some training, something that shifted your mindset from choosing who you would ask to asking everyone? Because I think that is kind of a stumbling block for all of us.
I think I just kind of decided that it's like when I promote products, I kind of look at it the same way. When I started this business, I would only post and talk about the stuff I liked. And I thought, if I like it, everybody has to like it, you know? And then a couple years into that, I was like, maybe somebody actually likes casting spells or grandma's kitchen.
They do
Maybe
not.
I should talk to them about that stuff. And they actually, it was like, wow, people like stuff I don't like. I need to promote everything. So it was kind of like just a moment that came to me myself and said, I just need to ask everybody. Like, I'm tired of hearing no's from the people I think can do this or should do this. And just open up my mind and take 100 no's, because there's probably going to be a yes in there. So just, you don't know that person, okay, just go talk to them anyways. And I continuously ask the people I've already asked, all those people that have said no. I had someone just join last month. I swear to God, I can't even count how many times I asked her. I asked her every single join special. I asked her every time I had a host kit. She always told me no. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed, but you know what? Maybe it was because I was posting more often that I had a host kit, and asked me how I could get you this kit without really spending anything. That may have got her. And that's just something I started doing probably, I'd say late November. So that may have changed her mind and got her on board, because all 3 of my joins in January were all host kits. I had 4 parties close, 3 of them all had someone join.
That's
so
awesome.
That could very well be what it was. I just started promoting it more. But she finally jumped on board. So just even if they keep saying no, like I have another one. She was local to me. She moved. She's in Quebec now, but I still keep bugging her. I'm like, every time I have a kit, I said, so is today your day?
Yeah.
You know,
I love that.
Just got to keep going.
Yeah.
And if she says no, then I'll go to the next one and the next one. And yes, I've always asked my number one clients, but I know they're not ever going to say yes, because they're just older and it's totally not for them. But every time they spend a lot of money, I say, hey, you know what? You could have. They're like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
No.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. I love that you can kind of see the difference from posting and sharing really consistently. And I love that you didn't give up when you didn't see immediate results. So often we will post like a couple times or for a week or for a month and see nothing. But you kept going and now you have results. And such a cool thing happens when you start to see results from your consistent action. It's like it builds even more momentum. So you want to do it more. So people are going to see it more. So more people are going to want to be joining. It's amazing. It's like literally like a big snowball.
I do is kind of along the same lines as when I say I'm closing an order, but I'm really not closing an order. I'm just pumping everybody up.
Yeah.
That, yeah, oh my God, she's got an order. Let's get all these orders into her. Let's go quick. So I'll say I have a host kit available, and I am nowhere near having a host kit available, but I'm getting them ready. I'm getting them to that point. Oh, she's going to have one of those kits again. Oh, maybe is this my time? Maybe, maybe I've got the ball rolling and they're thinking about things. So I just kind of psych them out a little bit and make them think I have it coming. And, you never know.
Absolutely. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. So I'm going to switch to Ilka now. Now about just over a year ago. So let's just do a little intro. Ilka is one of my personal frontline. She joined with a host kit in March 2020, right before the world closed for business. She was happy as a hobbyist for most of the first year. End of the first year, she got her very first recruit. 1 year later, you're 33 now, team of 33?
Yep.
Yeah. So what the heck happened? And how can we do that? I'm just gonna move talk.
Yeah, I mean, so first of all, I also think back on my own experience. So I don't know, Catherine would probably know, or Joel, how much I would spend on Scentsy. And my family loves Scentsy too. So it wasn't even just me. Yeah. And Catherine asked me at least twice. I know there was a like the mini warmer join kit. And I think there was something else. And I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I'll support you. I'm happy. I can't, no. And then Catherine had it posted. I have a free kit. Or no, pardon me. It was in compliance.
I posted within compliance, people.
Yes. Special kit available or special kit unlocked.
This is going to YouTube. Let's keep it.
Yes. Pardon me. Changed. Yeah. And I thought, all right, tell me more. Tell me. So it was kind of like, okay. And I literally said, what's the downside? Like I couldn't see the downside. That was also when you got your shooting star kit for free. That was the other promotion. And so I was literally like, okay, wait a second. I get this, and I get paid. Okay. And so I think back on my own experience. So that helps me talk to others and to know that just because they say no, like what Melinda said, first 1 to 12 times, it doesn't mean it's always a no. And I've been doing virtual trade shows. So I can count on one hand how many teammates of those 33 are in Ontario. It's 4. Everyone else is across the country, literally from Newfoundland to BC. And some of those people were Scentsy Club people. And so one girl, in August, I said to her, she was looking for something new to do. And I said, not only do you love the products, I said, but you'll make money on your own Scentsy Club. That sold her. And so I think, but definitely what Melinda said about the posting. I had a girl in October message me. I had no clue who this person was, and says, so how much is it to join Scentsy? I literally didn't even know her name. And so she joined. She's one of my rock stars. And I said, why me? Like, how did this even happen? And she said, well, I just watch what you post. So it was a really good reminder on people are watching, people are listening, people are taking notes, and you have no idea. She had never even ordered from me, but it was, how can I join? And I had one yesterday. She messaged me because I was posting things from the new catalog. And she says, I love it all. So how do I join? How much is it? And what's the discount? Sent her all the details. I did not have a free kit for her because I had someone else that signed up on Sunday that used my free kit. She was more than happy to pay the $129 and would love to hit the shooting star. So, but I missed an opportunity there because I had never asked her. I never asked her, never said, hey, what do you think? So I'm grateful that she reached out to me, but I know that I just know that there's missed an opportunity there for maybe the past few months or what have you. Regardless, it's amazing to have two new teammates in 2 days. And the asking, and I think it was at World Tour where they said, go for the nose because you will get a yes.
Yeah.
I've had most people say yes, actually. And I think just keeping your posts real. I try to connect with people. One customer, she lost her job. Sad. However, she loves her Scentsy. So, but keeping that personal interest. So what Scentsy has done for me, I never thought I'd be a trip earner. Like that's for superstar directors.
The other ones.
That's like that'd be nice, but that's not me. I don't fit into that, or I'm not there yet, right? But
and here we are.
So setting the goals, like, do you want one new teammate this month? It's doable, but a realistic goal. Is it realistic to say you'll get 10 new teammates in February and they'll all be active? Maybe not.
Maybe especially if you've never recruited before.
Yeah. So don't set yourself up for disappointment. And I mean, I say this to my team, and it's so true. I am humbled that they want to take this on with me. I'm just me. I'm nothing. I don't have anything extra that anybody else doesn't have. So the fact that they choose to do this with me, mind blown. So go for the nose. The yeses will come.
I love it. Thank you so much. And you are special. And I feel the same way. I'm so thankful that you trusted me and that you're still here and then we get to go to Alaska together. Okay. Mackenzie, are you still scrolling? I'm just bugging you.
As I'm listening to these incredible women, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait for my turn. And I just personally messaged 9 people.
Yeah, you did.
Because why not? I am woman. So no,
and training is nothing without action, right? Train all day, but if you don't do the thing, there will
why
be no
I can't
result.
be inspired by these 2, well, 3, including yourself, and then also send a couple messages, like no big deal. And now my phone's going ba-ting, 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 because people are getting back to me. Who knows? By the end of this, I might already have another recruit. No, I'm just joking. That's wishful thinking. But you know what? I hope they all say no, because at least they're all getting back to me.
It's legit, and they will have orders and other things. So you have been, do you have stuff to say, or do you want me to ask you questions to process something?
Well, yes, you're going to need to.
You always have stuff to say.
As I'm always, naturally. but I was just thinking, as I'm like, when was the time when I felt like I have got it together and like my recruiting game was the strongest? And then I recall getting that special charm in the mail from Scentsy. And then now I'm like,
Red
okay,
Heart.
I actually just wrote down that I have to go find out when that was, because I don't recall the month or whatever, but I will have that paper that came along with it. And that was such an eye-opening thing for me. Then I'm like, okay, well, what happened that month? Like, what did I do that month? What was going on in my brain and what was going on with my conversations? So, oh, sorry. Yes. So Ilka, I got this special charm and like certificate in the mail from Scentsy, and I wasn't expecting it, and I had never seen it. I had never heard about it, nothing. And it was just such an eye-opening thing that I guess for my level, that was something I did well that last month. And yeah, I had added a few people to my team that month, and it was really good. And teams fluctuate, like numbers fluctuate. So realistically, this last little while, our numbers have gone down, but there's still so many like people there that are benefiting from this opportunity that was obviously shared to them in the first place. So yeah, that's what I was thinking about, was that special thing that, and I'm like, I wanted to come back to that point. And what was I doing then? What was the big deal then that made that happen, and bring it back to maybe this month? Okay, so yes, you can ask me a question. I'm ready.
Thank you. So let's go back to, what do I want to ask you? What do I want to ask you? Actually, I want to ask you from the viewpoint of the recruit, not the recruiter.
Be very happy.
It's been a while, but I think hopefully you still remember and can go back there. So Mackenzie is also one of my frontline recruits, and I did not have a personal relationship with her before she joined. Do you want to
At all? At all, yeah.
In a nutshell, tell that story?
Yep. My join story is one of my favorites, because it was super random, but it like all the little parts added up and took a wonderful turn. So I was actually, oh, there it is. Oh, see, you got it out. That's the charm.
So real quick, this is the top sponsor award. In your consultant guide, you can look up all the monthly awards and it'll explain. But briefly, what it is the for each title in each country, it's the person who recruits and I think gets active the most recruits in 1 month. So depending on whatever your title, I think I got it one time as SSD. I don't know. I don't remember. It's somewhere in my stuff. But it's a big deal, because there are tens of thousands of consultants at any given title at any given time.
That just makes
super
it
special.
So special. Like that just,
however, yeah. I will also say that I would give that charm back if I could consistently recruit one person a month. Mm-hmm. Because that one person every month and the consistent growth and results in your business and the consistent compounding is far more impactful than one really great month. Anyway, I'll be quiet. Tell your origin story.
No,
please.
No, my origin story. So I actually am really good friends with Catherine's grandma. And I absolutely loved her. And I had posted on social media that I was looking for a Scentsy, and her grandma messaged me. She goes, Mackenzie, my granddaughter sells it. And I said, okay, we got in contact. Catherine drove like 3 hours to my house for a party, an in-person party. This was, by the way, 6-ish years ago. And I had like, I want to say maybe 20 people or so in there and around there. And I think my party was going to be about $1,100 or $1,200. Catherine took all the orders, did a lovely show. It was great. She drove home, but I was on the telephone with her the entire drive home. So that she wasn't alone, but also she was like, okay, but listen, this is what's going down. She tells me later that she's like, well, I wasn't going to be driving 3 hours to deliver your people's order and then back home. So
Not
she's like,
sustainable.
no. So that was actually the first time I had ever even thought about joining anything. So I was like, yeah, okay. But she said that she would flip that party to me. So I was going to join. Then I was going to have that party as my launch party, basically. And I was already going to hit all these things. All these levels. I hit shooting star that first night. I was certified that day or the next night or something. So it happened very fast. And then she was talking to me about, the things that go along with it, kind of nonchalantly, to be honest. If you know Catherine now and how she was back then, I don't feel like it was the same. It was very like, she had a really good hustle and everything to her business, but it wasn't like
You've
like
ripped off on me a bit, friend.
yeah. So it was so good. And we just got talking and talking and talking for her entire drive home. And yeah, I signed up with her on the phone. I was on my computer. I signed up with her on the phone. I was talking. It was getting late and it just happened. And I had no intentions of doing anything, to be very honest, not even caring. I was just like, okay, that's great. But then I needed some more stuff. And then a couple other people were like, oh, I'm sorry I missed your party, but do you have a catalog? And I was like, yeah, I guess. And then the people that did order from my party were like, oh yeah, I'm going to get some more stuff too. Just kind of happened.
And here we
So-
are.
And here we are. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't even know a good way to sum all of that up right now. It's crazy to me that I get to work with not just the three of you, but with hundreds of women and men who, whether they join me personally or someone on our team, it's such a privilege to, one, just get to know people. I get to know all of you better from working with you than I may have known you before. Most of you I didn't know before. For that alone, just to build a team and literally build friendships is incredible. We are running up on our time, so we'll talk more next week about the actual tangible financial rewards of building a team. You can go so much farther with a team than alone. You can absolutely make a good paycheck just selling Scentsy, but you kind of hit a point where like you can't physically sell more than you're selling in a month, and a team really helps you go further. And then in cases of incentives, team building is always a component of that, because Scentsy knows that building a team will give us a stronger business that will last longer. And they just throw prizes in there to make it fun for us. So I want to thank you, friends, so much for letting me volunteer you today. And I know that everybody loved hearing from you and loved your stories. And I am so excited to get this uploaded so everyone else can see it. Thank you for your time. Thank you, everyone else, for joining tonight. Go enjoy the rest of your evening. But remember that training is basically nothing without action, and share consistently for like a long time. Don't give up. Keep going. Have a good night. We will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.